Buying a condo or a home in Chicago during the holidays can be pretty interesting. There's a lot less inventory, sometimes much more motivated sellers, and just a lot going on in people's lives with the holidays. Just like downtown right now, everything's bustling. So if someone's selling, you might be able to get a deal. Chicago condos and Chicago homes during the holidays sometimes can be very ripe for a great deal. The city's really busy, everyone's out doing great stuff, but people who are very serious about selling are ready to make a deal, sometimes an extra 2, 3, up to 5, sometimes 10% off the list price extra on top of the normal 5% that people will negotiate. So it can be pretty substantial, and you can just see everybody's out doing great stuff down here, but if you really want a deal, it's the time to really look for it. So city's just gorgeous right now. Everybody's out at the Chris Kindle Market. See, these are some beautiful buildings in the Loop where a lot of people will work. Condos, a lot of new condos down there, and then new condos by Millennium Park. These buildings have been really hit hard by COVID and are coming back. But again, if you combine that with the time of year, buying a home or condo in Chicago during the holidays can really be a good thing. So if you have flexibility, you don't have to deal with the school year with kids, things like this, and you can kind of move and groove and do what you want when you want. A great time to buy is during the holidays. Definitely be careful of some of the deals out there, though, in the winter and the holiday months in Chicago, because once in a while, people who are looking for a deal will kind of put a little too much emphasis on the time of year and think something's a deal just because it's during the holidays. So make sure you have good advice and you really kind of scrub things down and really get somebody who can help you, like have great insight to what's really going on, so you don't just buy because it's the holidays, and make sure it is truly a great deal. Another thing to keep in mind is if you want to buy something and you can afford a luxury home, it is a prime time to buy a luxury home, like say something over $2.5 million. Say you want a Lincoln Park home, something in River North, Gold Coast. There are definitely some of the homes that have been sitting on the market, and I think it's just an absolutely great time to get a great deal. So everybody's out having a good time. The sellers know that. They know there's very few buyers in the pool. So typically things were selling 4 to 5 months pre-COVID. Now things can take 8, 9, 10 months for a luxury home. If it's not priced properly and they languish on the market, it could take over a year. So really a great time to really specifically evaluate and try and get a great deal. So you gotta look at it pretty hard though, but the deals are there. And then the other thing to keep in mind is the private listing network. There's some great condos in there that have been on the market a long time. Just got to make sure that you understand these buildings. It's important to understand the reserves, and they're basically like their own neighborhood. 200-300 units in the building, and really understand the amenities and the pulse of the building, the financials, make sure they're solid, and then capitalize on what could be a great deal. This guy's kind of scary here, right? So the other thing is the private network with single family homes could be someone that will close in the springtime if you're interested in that. So while everybody's out having a good time, you may want to work a deal with someone with a longer closing date. That way you avoid all the competition after January 1st, and you can really get a jump on something earlier. If someone's putting it out there, they want to sell their house, it's privately listed, it's not being advertised to the public. I have access to these things, can give you a good idea of what's kind of quietly available, along with some of my clients that have not even put in the private network yet. And if you get in early and you give people peace of mind, sometimes they're really ready to really take something a little bit more aggressive, get the price down. So if you want to get something really, really good downtown Chicago in the Loop, the best time to buy is now. Everybody's shopping. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's is coming. These are the times when you can get an amazing deal from someone that's ultra motivated. The high-rise market is coming back, but it's still dragging quite a bit. So these are some of the ripest things to look into right now in Chicago, especially things that are $1 million and up. Some great deals to be had. People unfortunately are losing money if they bought at the wrong time, and you can take advantage right now. I just had a client come in from Boston, and they got a tremendous deal on a penthouse in a great building that you would usually never be able to touch for the price they got. And they're right in the Loop, right by Millennium Park, which is one of the best spots to be in the entire city.